Hey team, coming at you live from Monroe. Well, not live technically, but I'm at my parents' house in Monroe, Louisiana, in town for a wedding. So we've got the nice yard here. We've got my home office set up, and I've got my mother's Shasta trailer there if I never need to hit the road and live off the land or travel a little bit more. Wanted to put some notes here. That's what I'm looking at. Introduce myself. Obviously, I've got a lot of questions about teaching.com, about you guys, the products, and where you're going, and all of the next steps and growth, and all of these things. But right now, I just wanted to get this video over so you guys know who the heck I am, and I am Landon Ledford. I run a marketing firm right now. I've run my firm for about 6 years, and well, we do two things. We do fractional CMO, which is as needed marketing leadership, right? More of a consulting role. I step into a company that wants to hire a VP of marketing or something and fulfill that role at a fraction of the time, basically, right? So instead of 40 hours a week, 15 hours a week, I either build their team for them and manage that and report up to the C-suite and the ownership team and all the shareholders on all the metrics you would think of, right? Growth, revenue growth, all the things that we are on the hook for on the marketing side. And that's consisted of, over the last 6 years, restaurant groups like Chili's is my largest client, down to got an augmented reality platform a buddy of mine was building, and I stepped in to help him literally build the brand from the ground up. Launch, he raised right at I think about $1 million, and we helped through all that. I was handling everything, as you can imagine, all the content, all of that, and PR, media outreach, reaching out to the tech crunches of the world and all of those, and got a lot of good traction for him, enabled him to raise a lot of money, and that's just an example of a more technology-based business. We've had clients like Shark Week. We did a big app for Discovery Channel. So we've done a lot of stuff through that one, through Ariel, the AR platform. Work with, again, I'm in town actually, partially because I'm also launching an addiction recovery clinic here with some guys, and I'm handling all the brand and marketing and all of that. So a lot of random clients, brands, partners across the board. That's my business. That's what I've been doing for a while. And then I've got about 20 contractors that I bring in to execute accordingly, right? So if it's a local mom and pop wants to open a coffee shop, I've got that team, right? I can build them a website for $2,500, WordPress theme, whatever it is, and then build out the brand and the strategy and all the foundational elements for them to then grow and hopefully retain me, and I can help them out, or move on and do it themselves. So that's what I'm doing now. But my background, really quick, again, Monroe, Louisiana, born, raised, small town. Dad's an entrepreneurial family. I knew I was going to do something crazy with my life in a good way. So went to school here, went to school for entrepreneurship actually, which I don't think many people that go to school for that actually end up doing it. And let's see, so that was 2008, got out of college, moved to Dallas for a job in the concrete business. Random, I know. I thought I was going to be a marketing guy. Turns out they needed sales really badly in that 2008, 2009 timeframe, German-based company. So ended up doing more of a sales type role, which I was okay with because I'm a talker. That was actually my foray into more of the innovation, I guess you'd say. Yeah, innovation kind of opportunity. So to explain that, I'm working with these guys. We're selling large capital equipment expenditures, right? I'm traveling all over the U.S., West Coast, trying to get people in 2008, 2009 to spend millions of dollars on equipment. Wasn't happening. I was 22 years old. So I had to come back every day and report back to this German executive team, ownership team, family business. And, they kept asking why I wasn't selling anything. And finally I was like, guys, I'm not that cocky, but it's not me. Like, nobody's buying capital expenditures right now. So fast forward a few months, they cut most of the team. They cut all of our traveling budgets. And then I had to go back to them and say, oh, you want me to sell $1 million equipment and I can't see the client person? Doesn't work. So I took the company truck basically, which was an old giant services truck, and I asked for the keys. And I'd set a meeting, let's say in Seattle, Washington, from Dallas, and start driving. I'd do that over the course of like 2 weeks. And this is where I started identifying new opportunities for that company, which was services business, right? We were selling these large capital expenditures. Nobody was buying stuff at that point. So through my travels and meetings and talking to all the companies along the way, I learned there was a new revenue model. We launched a services department for the company, and they were ultimately acquired. A lot of good stuff happened with them. And because of, I don't want to say because of me, but the new revenue stream didn't hurt. That was my foray into, like, the first time I realized I think a little bit differently. From there, I moved to print industry, right? So print luxury lifestyle magazine, and was doing brand campaigns, helping with some of the creative, but really on the sales and the marketing kind of strategy side for that. And did that for about a year, and then just too old school, print, old school traditional media wasn't working for me. But luckily they were acquired by a large Cumulus Media, which is a large radio conglomerate, and I was then able to help them launch their digital offerings. So which were, you can imagine a local print publication. They're in like 30 something markets, but we had these networks in every city. So we had emails, we had social, we had these local brands that we'd created. So I helped them figure out how to monetize that as part of the overarching campaign, right? More of an innovative, integrated strategy is what the marketing cliche guy would say. So again, got really excited about that. So I started seeing the opportunity here and the way my brain's working, and led me through my career to stay there another year or so. Then went to I had a buddy who had a marketing research firm. So he was doing old school qualitative focus groups and stuff like that. And, but he wasn't, so he'd do a 3-month campaign or initiative, hand over PowerPoint to someone like K Jewelers or Coca-Cola when they were launching a new energy drink, and all targeting millennials, by the way, helping older established brands navigate to target to millennials. So long story short, because I'm gonna run out of time here, I launched the consulting arm of that. So we do a 3-month research project, gather all the insights, and then I would present and lay out a 6-month or 1-year retainer, which was, okay, let us help you execute this now, which included, again, Coca-Cola, Hallmark actually was a big one, K Jewelers, Jared Jewelers, all those guys. 6 years ago, launched my firm, Double L Brands, which is marketing consulting. So fractional CMO on one side, where I'll step in 15 hours a week. I'm more of a consultant, but I'm leading everything from executive tier down, building the strategy, traditional, digital, growth, whatever the initiatives are, and working within their teams to execute accordingly and report back to the stakeholders. Again, more of a consulting type deal, but I've been doing it for 6 years. Love it, really passionate about that. And I've worked across industries, restaurants. I had an augmented reality platform that we launched and got featured in TechCrunch. We got a lot of good stuff happening. We launched on Product Hunt, did a lot of fun stuff there. So that's the professional side. That's what I'm doing still with Double L Brands. On the other side of that, I also have about 20 contractors that can do everything that you would need, that I would need as per my strategies to grow the businesses, right? So building websites, doing the paid social ads, hardcore SEO. I've actually got a sister company that does SEO for me. So yeah, marketing across the board. I think that's why I'm here. You guys probably have an understanding of that side of it. Try not to talk about myself too much, but the one other thing I have to hit on is my passion, what brought me here, which is 4.5 years ago. So I've had my company going about 1.5 years. Something wasn't clicking. Wasn't passionate enough about the clients I had, but I had too many clients. I was stressed, and a lot of stuff was going on. So I put my company on pause, moved up to Denver, Colorado with some guys, and we launched a tech video streaming platform. So it was right when Twitch was acquired by Amazon for about $1 billion. We launched the same thing, but for music producers. So me and 2 guys, CTO, CEO, and myself as head of growth, and got all the normal boxes checked, right? We applied for Techstars, we officed there, didn't end up going into that because as we were getting traction, the video streaming, as I know that you guys have dealt with along the way, I'm sure, we had AWS, with servers all over the world. We were really excited about it until I started doing my job and getting people to watch these musicians live stream their performances. It got really expensive. So running low on cash, I had to sit down with the CEO and the CTO and explain to them that if I was going to stay out in Denver, I needed to be running this, and we needed to raise money, and I was going to do the dog and pony show and do the fundraising deal. The next day, I went mountain biking and broke my neck. I say that to say that was kind of one of the first eye openers for me of, like, what am I doing here? Where's my passion really? What am I doing with my life? All of those thoughts that come with that. I survived. I'm not paralyzed. I'm walking around now. So that, I'm trying to shorten this as much as I can, but from there I lived on a boat in the Bahamas for a couple of months and ran my company remote. I got back, we shut the tech startup down, I'm sorry I didn't mention that, because it was going to be a long road to hoe, and I wasn't going to do it at that point when life flashed before my eyes. So fast forward, got Double L Brands back rolling, my marketing firm, and everything was great. Then I found tumor on my back. So I ended up having to do chemo for 5 months and had to have, sorry about that, I had to have that cut out, which was not fun. I guess we'll leave it at that. So went through a lot of trials and tribulations, right? And I'm a very extremely optimistic guy. So the whole time this was happening, I kept getting feedback and talking to different people, and I realized, there's more to life. That cliche moment that I would call cliche years ago, now I realize it's just me, and it's people helping people, right? Everything I've done along the way, people have always stepped in to help me. I've stepped in to help others, and all of my learnings and education and everything has been kind of, I am educated, but really more so just like learning as I go, more innovative, like put people in the right positions to do good work, not because of a degree, but because of who they are and their demeanor and the impact they bring to the culture of wherever they're involved, right? So that's why I'm here. Again, I'm trying to rush through this for you guys, but what am I missing? So yeah, now here we are. I've been ramping down clients actually for the last 2 years, just really more focused on opportunities like the perfect clients, but also something else that I can sink my teeth into that is more fulfilling. And this is where I saw the opportunity with teaching.com, and it was just eye-opening to me, what you guys are doing. I did a little research there, see some products coming down the pipeline. It's exciting times from what I see. You guys have been doing this for a while, and now it's time to throw fuel to the fire. And it's an exciting opportunity that I would like to learn more about. I've got a lot of questions, as you can imagine, on where things are going, but would definitely like to learn more about that and kind of see where I fit in there. On that, I'm over 10 minutes, sorry guys, but so to give you an example of a client, because this is what was mentioned in the email to me. So an example of a brand or a problem I solved was knew a guy, VP of sales and marketing for a company called American Golf. Very, very bland brand. Based in LA, they manage golf courses, 150 golf courses. They handle everything there, manage that. Good margins in that business. Operators. So he called me and said, "Hey, I need some of that SEO stuff." And I kind of laughed. I said, "What are you talking about?" I asked him a few questions, and I realized they see an opportunity for another revenue stream, which was weddings and event business, right? It makes sense, golf course, country clubs, whatever. So I sat down with them, talked with the team. They had a full staff there, and we launched what became countryclubreceptions.com. So the problem was they wanted to launch a new revenue stream, or they wanted to monetize weddings more. They didn't know exactly how to do it. So we launched a content play, is essentially what it was, countryclubreceptions.com, which you can find that, it's live right now. And everything that goes with the content play, right? Ongoing articles, hardcore SEO. We were putting together a list, built a dream wedding calculator, different content plays to do paid ads to drive people back to the site to get leads for our people to close at our local country clubs. So in that, what all we did, again, website, we were doing all the paid ads to drive people back through the content, email marketing through that. Did a lot of influencer marketing through that, actually, where I sourced celebrities that were getting married and had them work with us and put together, a 3-month campaign with about 20 different influencers. And again, all to drive back up to the overarching business problem, which was American Golf wanted to monetize weddings a little better, and there was no way they were going to do it with AmericanGolf.com, old white man brand. So yeah, launched Country Club Receptions. It was a mixture of I was managing their internal team, and I had outside contractors of mine helping implement some of the social strategies and the different things to all ratchet back up to the overarching strategy, which was to grow revenue. So that's one example. I've got a lot of things I wanted to talk through here, but I'm out of time. I could send you guys all the results from that. They grew. It was great. A lot of other tech stuff I did with the AR platform. Worked with a local college in Dallas. I've got 4 locations to help them grow and have a greater impact in the community. It's a community college, so it was really important that some of the people that couldn't go to the big fancy schools had a place to become educated. And again, another reason that my passion kind of came back around here, and I really see what you guys are doing as a heck of an offering, a heck of an opportunity for people that wouldn't otherwise, for kids that wouldn't otherwise be able to, or that would give them a step up actually on the competition, so to speak, with their other kids. And I don't know, to be honest, I don't know whether you guys are doing anything with kind of lower income I've got a lot of ideas around that, things that I would like to see done, implemented to help. I don't want to say launch a philanthropic arm, right? That's a little too much for now, but just ways to give back and spend that all into positive goodwill and publicity as well. But on the growth marketing for what you guys are looking for, all these are things that I've done. I like to think I'm pretty decent at them, but would love to talk more, learn more. Hopefully this is giving you some insight into my crazy world. And yeah, so here's to next steps. You guys have a great weekend. Hopefully you're watching this on Saturday and having a blast. And that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go do some fishing, have fun with my buddies, and then back to Dallas on Monday to business as usual. Let me know any questions. Would love to learn more and talk to you guys soon. Bye.